She got hunted by a random guy because he didn't approve of her relationship. Rebecca and Claudia were a lesbian couple from the 1980s who were in a long-distance relationship. They lived 6 hours away from each other, so they'd occasionally meet up halfway and spend time camping, hiking, and catching up. They had a long 4-day weekend plan where they'd camp for 2 days, then go to family events, then return back to Hyde for another day, before going their respective homes. Thursday, they met up at the car park on the Appalachian Trail in the afternoon and began their hike following the Rocky Knob Trail. They reached their campsite in the late afternoon, pitched a tent and called it a night. Rebecca went to check the rest house logbook in the morning to see that no other hikers left. Friday, they wake up to no one in the camping area, so they proceeded to go about their morning routines, being coupley and not wearing clothes. Rebecca went into the rest house to check out the logbook, where she met Stephen with an erection looking out the window of the rest house. Realizing they haven't been alone, Rebecca goes to Claudia and they quickly pack up before heading out to continue their hike. An hour into the hike, as they were trying to make out their map, they heard a guy calling out to them. It was Stephen from the campsite. He was carrying a rifle and somehow was following them. Although they didn't see him following them, they acknowledged him lightheartedly before speedwalking according to the trail, occasionally looking back to ensure that he wasn't following them. A few hours later, they make it to the second campsite. Exhausted, they lay down a sheet, sprawl out, and start being coupley as the sun goes down. When all of a sudden multiple gunshots were fired at them. Claudia was shot 5 times and Rebecca was shot 2 times. They were both really weak and tried their best to stop the bleeding. Rebecca was turning pale and started slurring her speech. Claudia didn't have enough strength or energy to carry Rebecca. Reluctant to leave her injured girlfriend, yet realizing their only chance of survival was if Claudia could get help, Claudia wrapped Rebecca in the sleep bag, leaned her against a tree, and ran 3 miles to the nearest road. It was late at night and there wasn't many cars around. Claudia attempted to flag down the passing car, but the car went by without stopping. In the next car were 2 teenagers going on a joyride. They stopped and helped her into the car, and she told them the full story as they drove to the nearest sheriff's office. At the sheriff's office, she circled the part of the map where Rebecca was at. Claudia refused to seek medical treatment before ensuring that Rebecca was found, but police talked to her into seeking medical help. By the time she was in the recovery period, it had been 1 day since the incident. The search team found Rebecca, but it was too late. She passed away, huddled in the sleeping bag, leaning against a tree. Claudia made a full recovery, and the man that caused this was Stephen Carr. Stephen allegedly claimed that he had been enraged at the sight of 2 women having intimate moments in front of him, so he unalived them.